What if Earth's invisible shield started cracking right above our heads? It sounds like science fiction, but it's real. Scientists are watching a strange weak spot in Earth's magnetic field grow and even split in two. And while you may not feel it, space technology definitely does. Earth is wrapped in an invisible force field. You can't see it, you can't touch it, but without it, life on this planet would be in serious trouble. This shield is called Earth's magnetic field, and its job is huge. It helps protect our planet from dangerous charged particles blasting toward us from the sun. In a way, it acts like a giant space umbrella, but now scientists are watching something strange happen to that umbrella. One part of Earth's magnetic shield is getting weaker. Not only that, it may actually be splitting into two. And yes, that's bad news. So what exactly is going on? Should we be worried? And could this be a sign of something much bigger coming? Let's break it down. Deep beneath your feet, Earth is far more chaotic than it looks on the surface. Thousands of miles below us, the outer core of our planet is made of super-hot liquid metal, mostly iron and nickel. This giant ocean of molten metal is constantly moving, swirling, and churning. As that liquid metal flows, it creates electric currents. And those currents generate Earth's magnetic field. That means our magnetic shield is not some solid wall locked in place forever. It's alive in a way. It moves, shifts, bends, and changes over time. And right now, one area is acting very strangely. It's called the South Atlantic Anomaly, or SAA. Now, this is a region stretching roughly over parts of South America and the South Atlantic Ocean, where Earth's magnetic field is weaker than normal. Think of it like a thin patch in a protective helmet. The helmet still works, but that one weak area is much more vulnerable. Now, here's the important part. If you're standing on the ground, you're mostly fine. Earth's atmosphere still protects us very well. But for things up in space, that's where the real trouble starts. A lot of the satellites we depend on orbit Earth in low Earth orbit, only a few hundred miles above the surface. When these satellites pass through the South Atlantic Anomaly, they fly through a region filled with extra radiation and charged particles. And that can cause all kinds of problems. A single high-energy particle can flip a tiny bit inside a computer chip. Or that might sound small, but in a satellite, even one tiny error can lead to big trouble. Sensors can glitch, computers can reset, instruments can shut down. Entire systems can temporarily fail. That's why many satellites are programmed to enter a kind of protective mode when passing through this area. And yes, even some of the most advanced machines humanity has ever built have to back off when they enter this zone. Take the Hubble Space Telescope. Hubble has spent decades giving us some of the most amazing images ever captured. Distant galaxies, exploding stars, glowing nebulae, and deep space wonders. But when Hubble is about to pass through the South Atlantic Anomaly, it plays it safe. It stops certain observations and powers down sensitive equipment until the danger passes. That's how serious this region is. And in some cases, the consequences can be much worse than a short pause. In 2016, Japan launched a powerful X-ray telescope called Hitomi. It was designed to study some of the hottest and most extreme objects in the universe, including black holes and exploding stars. It was supposed to be a major scientific mission. Instead, just weeks after launch, everything went wrong. A problem that appeared while the spacecraft was passing through the South Atlantic Anomaly helped trigger a chain of failures. The satellite lost control, began spinning, and eventually broke apart. The mission was over almost as soon as it began. That's not just a glitch. That's years of work, massive funding, and groundbreaking science gone in a flash. So now comes the big question. Why is this weak spot getting worse? Scientists believe the answer lies deep under Africa, where strange movements in Earth's molten outer core may be changing the magnetic field from below. One of the weird things happening there is something called reverse flux. Normally, magnetic field lines stretch outward into space, but in some areas they bend the wrong way and push back toward Earth. That weakens the magnetic field above them. If enough of these disturbed regions form underground, the weak spot above them can spread out, or even split apart. That's why recent maps of the South Atlantic Anomaly are getting so much attention. It's not just drifting, it's changing shape. And in some magnetic maps, it looks like one weak spot is becoming two. Scientists have been able to track this because of a space mission called SWARM, a group of satellites launched to map Earth's magnetic field in incredible detail. Their data has shown that the anomaly has been growing and shifting for years. That matters because if Earth's magnetic shield can rearrange itself this much in just a decade, then anything we rely on in orbit has to adapt quickly too. But there's another reason this story has people asking bigger questions. Could this be connected to a magnetic pole reversal? That sounds dramatic, but Earth's magnetic poles have actually flipped many times in the past. Magnetic north and magnetic south are not permanent. Over long periods of time, they can weaken, drift, and eventually swap places. And no, that does not mean Earth physically flips upside down. The planet wouldn't suddenly spin the other way. Compasses would just stop pointing the way they do now, and the magnetic field would become messy for a while before settling again. But when that messy stage is the part scientists care about most, because during a reversal, or even a partial magnetic disruption, the field can become weaker and more uneven. That would make satellites and space technology much more vulnerable. We know something like this happened before. About 41,000 years ago, Earth went through what's called the Lachlan event. During that time, the magnetic field became much weaker and unstable. It may have partly flipped before recovering. Scientists discovered this by studying ancient lava rocks. When lava cools, tiny metal particles inside it line up with Earth's magnetic field and get locked in place, like a frozen compass. That lets researchers look back in time and see how the magnetic field behaved thousands of years ago. Now, to be clear, the South Atlantic Anomaly does not prove a pole reversal is coming soon, but it does prove something important. Earth's magnetic field is not fixed. It can get weird, and it can change faster than most people realize. And there's one more thing that makes all of this even more concerning: the sun. Because Earth's magnetic field doesn't just sit there looking pretty, it has to fight off constant blasts of solar energy. Sometimes the sun launches massive clouds of hot charged gas into space. These are called coronal mass ejections, or CMS. If one of those clouds hits Earth, it slams into our magnetic field and causes a geomagnetic storm. These storms can scramble radio signals, mess with GPS, disrupt satellites, and in extreme cases, even affect power grids on the ground. In 1989, one powerful geomagnetic storm caused a massive blackout in Quebec, leaving millions without electricity for hours. And more recently, in May 2024, a strong solar storm disrupted some satellite and radio systems, forced flight adjustments, and pushed beautiful auroras much farther south than usual. The sun goes through an activity cycle about every 11 years, and during its more active phase, strong solar storms become more likely. And right now, we're in one of those busier periods. So when you combine a more active sun with a weakening and shifting magnetic field and a world more dependent on satellites than ever before, you start to see why scientists are paying close attention. Because this isn't just some weird space fact. This affects communication, navigation, weather tracking, research, and the technology modern life depends on every single day. Earth's magnetic shield isn't gone, but one of its weak spots is changing fast. And when your planet's invisible space armor starts acting strangely, you don't ignore it. You watch it very, very closely. So while Earth's magnetic shield isn't collapsing tomorrow, this strange split is a reminder that our planet is always changing, even in ways we can't see. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more mind-blowing science stories.